From waitress to news anchor to entrepreneur, Jamie Kern Lima never stopped following her dreams and never let the word no stop her, no matter how many times she heard it. Hear, hear. That drive, determination, and knowledge of her worthiness led Jamie Kern Lima to creating IT Cosmetics and selling it to L'Oreal for a mere $1.2 billion. Mere bag of shells, making her the first female CEO of a L'Oreal brand ever. Did you pick yourself up?
Ooh.
I mean, come on.
I almost fell off my chair.
You did.
Now she's diving into two new experiences, hosting a podcast and appearing as a guest shark on Shark Tank. That is nice, okay? And joining us now to talk about that, all things, is Jamie Kern Lima. So welcome back to the show.
Oh, thank you so much for having me. Hi, everyone. I'm so grateful to be here.
We're grateful.
I almost fell off my chair.
I saw that. The word billion came out and you're like falling off the chair.
That's right. That's right.
Yes.
Can we talk about Shark Tank first?
Yes. Oh my gosh.
I mean, give us the tea. Are they mean? I mean, we had Barbara Corcoran on here. She was a love.
Yes.
I know Mark Cuban can be a little tough. What was
You know what's wild? I remember being a broke entrepreneur, watching Shark Tank in my living room, and just like, one day, and so to be a guest shark on it, and to be watching entrepreneurs walk through the door, and you know what's wild to learn? It's real. Like everything's so real. It's really your money. You have no idea who's going to walk through the door next. So it could be any type of company or any type of entrepreneur, and yeah, you've got to get in there or you can't get a word in, and it goes fast.
That's interesting because I was always like, okay, the producers must be helping them along with like somebody's going to want to buy into this one. So it's great to hear that it's all.
Yeah, it's all real and it's your money. You have a team there ready, offset for when you do a deal to literally start the diligence.
No.
Yeah.
Your financial advisor is like this. Hold on.
Right. Well, and you're trying to ask so many questions because normally it can take months or years to invest in. This is like the entrepreneur is walking through and it's all live and you're fighting with the other sharks or uniting to like do a deal together, and yeah. It's real. I'm excited.
Did you make a deal? Are you allowed to say?
I made a few deals. I'm not allowed to say which ones yet because the episodes are now, because season 16 just kicked off this week, which I'm so excited about. And so when my episodes air, then I can share. Yeah, I did a few deals, and I did a few deals with other sharks as well. And it was so fun.
Stay tuned.
I always wonder what that'd be like, right? Because you're helping make someone's dreams come true. And for so long, I just wanted someone to say, "You've got a deal" to me, and instead everyone just said, like, no, until finally someone said yes. So,
So Marisol hinted that Barbara was recently on the show.
Yes.
We understand that she gave you a $20 bill.
Yes. Barbara Corcoran. Oh my gosh. So she's a legend. You mentioned, is anyone mean, right? And it's like, you don't know walking onto the set. I didn't know how everyone would be. And I was out there, you know, sitting. Barbara Corcoran walks up to me with a $20 bill and she says, "We have a deal here on Shark Tank. The first person to set always gets a 20. And it's always her." And she walked out and saw me and she's like, "You're first to set." And she gave me the $20 bill. And then she walks over to me, you guys. This almost made me cry my lashes off before it even started. She walks over and says, "Here's a sheet." And she hands me a sheet of questions. And she says, 16 years ago, when I was a brand new shark, these questions helped me. When I was trying to just jump in, she goes, "Maybe they'll help you." And I was just like, empowered women, empower women. And Barbara Corcoran did that for me, and I almost cried. And then we filmed for 12 more hours, and it was incredible. So it's a great show. It's like the American dream alive. You know, it's like hope, and everything's real, and you're making dreams come true.
Right.
And
Amazing.
You talk about empowered women, empower women. Whenever I was just talking to women friends who were like, "Oh, Madi, you don't want to do a podcast. There's so many podcasts." And I said, here's the thing. There is room at the top for everything, whether it's a podcast, whatever it is that you want to do. So when I hear about this podcast, I'm like, I want to hear what she has to say because you're so real and you're so authentic. And you have such great stories. Your experience is so vast. So what did Miss Oprah Winfrey have to say for herself?
Yeah, isn't that
Never heard of her.
Never heard of Oprah. So I launched the Jamie Kern Lima Show podcast just 4 months ago.
Amazing.
Oprah was my first guest. We did a 3-hour sit-down interview. She cried, I cried. Every episode is about, you know, sparking revelations of self-worth in your own life. It's basically it's a show for anyone who ever doubts themselves. and wants to like turn something on and believe in themselves. And one thing I'll say to what you said about doing a podcast, when I entered the beauty space, there was tens of thousands of makeup companies. Everyone's like, we don't need another makeup company. But if you're doing it authentic to you, right, which is what happened. I mean, everyone told us no for years, but then we passed everyone and became #1. So the same, I pray, hope happens with my podcast. Yours, if you launch one, also plenty of space to do it your way.
And she's got something to say. Trust me.
Yes. Weren't you also on Oprah?
Yeah.
A long, long time ago. So now the tables were turned.
Well, I always dreamed of it, but then she had me on for the book Worthy. She read Worthy. And it's a wild story because, you know, I dreamed of meeting her my whole life. And 40 years later, that dream happened. She gave me her number. And I didn't call her for 4 years until I realized like why I didn't call her. I thought, oh, I just need the perfect thing to say or this or that. It was because actually deep down inside, I didn't think I was worthy of being her friend. And I knew that was a lie. But when we don't think we're worthy of something, we'll sabotage it, we'll hit a ceiling. Like we cannot out-succeed our self-worth. And so that's when I became obsessed with studying self-worth when I wrote the book Worthy. And so she had me on her show to talk about Worthy. So
So what is, because you were here last time to talk about the book, which is a New York Times bestseller. What can somebody do each and every day that's very small, right, that makes you feel that you are worthy or on the right path to becoming what you want to do, you know, to have the podcast?
Yeah, because in life, like we don't become what we want, we become what we believe we're worthy of. And so there's 20 tools in the book. One thing right now, and this is actually huge. So many people show up as their representative, as like the person they think they need to be to make other people like them. And every time we do that, we're chipping away at our own self-worth because we're telling ourselves who we actually are, we're not worthy of. So one thing, it's not simple, but it's doable. It's doable, is today, just catch yourself when you're about to like play the role or be the representative and be like, well, wait a minute, who am I actually? How do I truly feel? I'm gonna say what I really mean. I'm gonna show this person, this friend, this colleague, my boss, my partner, I'm gonna actually be who I truly am. And one baby step like that at a time, you build your self-worth. So that's one good tip to do starting today. Yeah.
And there's no copay involved in this session we just had, by the way. The book is called Worthy, Jamie Kern Lima. The podcast is out. I still use it, cosmetics.
Yay.
Thank you.
I used my pressed powder this morning for
this
my cosmetics.
pressed powder.
That's right.
Thank your lineage for having you, because you were a gem. Thank you so much.